Um, okay. Hang on a second. I was reading something here. Um, so first of all, I thought I'd ask everybody, um, and we can go around the room or everybody can just say whatever, take turns. But you guys watched the fight last night. It was between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. And what was your guys' thoughts on it if you did watch it?
There was a fight.
They called it. There was actually 3 fights before that one.
The fights before were awesome.
Well, those two gals are really getting at it. I tell you what, that was a scrap.
I couldn't believe they let that go on.
All the blood and mess with either one of them gals. Jeez.
No.
Either one of those gals could have beat Mike Tyson with one hand.
I mean, they would gave Jake Paul for the run for the money too, I imagine. So
the general consensus of everybody I know that watched it was they really enjoyed the preliminary bouts, but the last fight was just kind of a show.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't a whole lot of action there. There really wasn't, in my opinion. And then you're having to fight Netflix to even get the feed to work because it kept crashing.
Yeah, that was definitely a problem. Yeah, mine worked fine just right up to about halfway through when the girls were fighting. I guess that's when everybody started logging on, and oh man,
I forget how many million people Netflix said 65 million or something were watching that. Well, trying to watch it anyway.
What were the purses? It was was it 40 and 20 versus
something like that?
Crazy money.
Mm-hmm.
That was, hey, Iron Mike is broke. Let's help him out.
Yeah.
I like the memes afterwards. Jake Paul's going to fight Jimmy Carter.
I posted out there on X. I said, "Who's next for Jake Paul? George Foreman? I mean, he's going to go after the old retired guys. George's still out there."
Yeah. See, who was announcers? Was it I say announcer, over on the side show, they had a couple different people over there, some fighters, ex-fighters.
You had Holyfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what my wife said. She doesn't watch it. I asked her last night, "You going to watch it?" Because she's down in Georgia. She goes, "No way." She ended up watching part of it. And she goes, now my wife is Irish. She goes, "I could have taken Mike Tyson." Problem is, the first time you hit her, she'd have got so mad. Mike Tyson was down. I mean, it wouldn't have been, let's coast to the 8th round. No, she'd have knocked him down.
So I'm reading the rundown. It was 90,000 viewers reported outages during the lead up hour, and it was 40 million, 20 million, 40 to Paul and 20 million to Tyson.
And there was something, who was it? Was it Hillbilly? Was you saying that the promotion company is owned by Paul?
I think Gary did.
Yeah.
I heard that there was a contract that secret kind of contract, whatever, that there was no knockout clauses in the, like neither one of them could knock the other one out. And
yeah. Well, I will say that first round, Tyson landed a few good hard hits on Jake Paul. And I mean, they weren't knockout hits, but they were pretty solid.
I did not watch the fight. I was way asleep by then.
Yep, me Me too.
I should have been.
Yeah, we had to get together, family and friends, and I didn't realize it was going to last that long. To be honest with you, I was like, yeah, I figured I didn't really look at the scheduling, list, and I thought, well, they'll probably have like a, couple short, bouts before that, or the main event, but yeah, there's three fights ahead of that, and so.
It was clearly past Tyson's bedtime.
It looked like to me when they were doing the intros and everybody was walking into the arena that I could just see the look on Tyson's face. And it's like, that's the look of an old guy. I know that look because I'm an old guy,
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get 58 years old, there ain't no need in boxing anymore.
Yeah, I pretty much gave it up myself.
I didn't want to fight the crowds, let alone get in the ring.
The only reason I watched it is because it was basically free to me.
Yeah. The only boxing I do anymore is just when I'm carrying the Amazon boxes out in front of them. That's about it.
He's a champion there. 3-time Amazon Box Champion of the Year. Hillbilly.
Absolutely, Bob. I don't box no more and I don't run no more. Because after all, man's got to know his limitations, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, my dad's right. Mike was in great shape for 58 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. There's no doubt about that. Yep. No doubt about that. Man.
I would still hate to meet Mike Tyson in a dark alley.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Well, there's not even a trigger there. It just goes,
Yeah.
I've met him twice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, one time I was working at the Artist Gate over at the Greek Theater in LA. It was one of my summer jobs. So I ended up meeting a lot of artists because that's where they come in, and we check in that they're there and their entourage or whatever. And I was just struck by how he was taller than me, but not that much taller. But I mean, he was 3 times as wide as me. So yeah, he definitely had the mass advantage. And the other time, I was in a subway in New York City, and I think I was just going home later at night because I was working late one night. It was possibly like maybe 9 or 9:30 or 10 o'clock. No, actually, it had to have been later because it was pretty empty in the train, and in comes Tyson in a suit with his friend and 2 girls, and they were just joking around inside the car, and the car was practically empty, and they got off at the next stop. But I was like, "Hey, that's Mike Tyson," and yeah. And I said, "Hey, Mike," and he just ignored me. He was maybe a little drunk with his friend, and they went off at the next stop. So,
man, yeah. I mean, I remember one time he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and it was like, a few podcasts later, and he was talking to somebody, and Rogan goes, I mean, he's like, this is actually the first time I was like scared in my own studio. He goes, I know Mike, and all that. He goes, but I also know he has a hair trigger, and he's within arm's reach of my head. And so he goes, I kind of stayed back in my chair, but I mean, just the thought of getting hit by him, and so. Yeah,
they get hit by anybody, but a fighter that really knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, his neck is thicker than my leg, so yeah.
Yeah.
He's ball
Yeah.
of muscle, that's for sure.
Well, that's what they're in. I think the pre-fighter there or whatever. I don't remember if it's Holyfield or who said it, but they said his neck's so big, like when you hit him on the like in the face or the head, like his head barely moves. You know, he said it's just got, you know, just like it's hard to really affect him.
I remember when I first saw Mike Tyson fight, I thought he's like Smoking Joe Frazier on steroids. He's not that big a guy, but he gets inside and he'll chew you up. And
Mm-hmm.
when you got a conflict of styles like that, that's what makes fights. The guy that's taller and has got the reach has got to be able to put that jab out there firm enough so that that smaller guy, arm reach wise, can't get inside. If he gets inside, the guy with the long arms will never be able to hit him, and the shorter, stockier guy is going to chew him in two before he gets out.
That ref warned him last night about measuring. It's exactly. He had like 6 inches of reach more than he did.
Yeah.
Tyson
Right.
did, you know.
But the key to that is to keep him outside at your glove's length. You know, if you can't hit him hard enough to make him think about coming in or catch him coming in, you're going to have a long day.
Jacob said for some reason his was in French. And I'll say, shout out Abby out there, a VIP member for 13 months. Thank you, Abby. Yeah, that's Tyson. I like the deal in the after the fight when they asked him, said, you know, there like sometimes like you're biting on your glove, you know, was that, you know, the rest of your arms or whatever, and he goes, I have a biting issue.
Yeah, then you had asked him about it, sort of thought about it, goes, oh yeah, I guess you do. What a question.
Yeah, I saw that fight where he bit a chunk out of Holyfield's ear. I mean, it was.
He was getting his head handed to him that night.
Yes, he was. He certainly was.
He never had anything for Evander Holyfield.
No.
Evander beat him twice or 3 times. Ozzy talks about the Ali Frazier matchups. I can't remember. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Frazier ever beat Ali either. But he took him to the wire.
The first time they fought, he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember for sure.
You know, here's what kills me about Ali. Leon Spinks. What in the world? Ali,
he was way past his prime by then.
Mhm.
Mark. He didn't have no business in the ring at that point.
yeah.
There is no way Leon Spinks is fit to carry Muhammad Ali's gloves to the ring when Ali's in his prime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Ali's one to do about moving and keeping at arm's length. Really was good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he would catch you coming in too. But Mike Tyson's uppercut would absolutely take your head off.
Yeah, Tyson had to be the most aggressive boxing champion I've seen in a long time.
Well, I do know that one year some friends of ours they you know told everybody, said, hey, we're paying for the pay-per-view fight, you know, come out and watch it and all that, and they had it set up in their garage, and you know everybody brought food and everything, and that's when Tyson KO'd that dude in the first minute or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't long, was it?
And my buddy Randy goes, damn, that's a waste of money paying for that pay-per-view because it wasn't cheap. He goes, we could have watched this on the news tomorrow. Yeah.
Let's think about this. Let me ask y'all something, and not just boxing and pay-per-view, but all sports, particularly pro football. Uh, what do y'all think about watching it on TV versus being there live and watching it in person? It seems to me that you can watch it, you get a better view watching it on TV, unless you got like binoculars or something. And because some of them seats are way far off.
The only thing I would say about that, and I've been to several pro games live from all over the stadium, from the upper deck all the way down to like 10 rows from the bench. If you've got a decent vantage point, sometimes you can see things developing downfield before the ball's ever thrown and stuff like that. It's like, oh, he's wide open. You can see the quarterback throw the ball. It's like, yep, he's got it. So it's kind of cool to be able to see the whole field in that
We had,
respect. But
we had back in, I think it was 85, wasn't it? The first time the Colts, no, not 85, sorry. 2000, I got to look at the date. First time Peyton won it and they beat the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl. We had season tickets and we're sitting there in Indianapolis in the stadium, and it was right between the goalposts. So normally people go, wow, that's way far away from everything. But it's like you said, Gizzard, you could see all the plays developing like you can't any other angle. You could see all the holes open up and things like that. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, you know, the TV definitely can't do the experience. It's like, you know, I've told everybody, you know, going to Arrowhead, it's an experience that just can't be explained. I mean, it's so loud that there's just no way you can, you know, possibly explain how it feels there in the stadium and the sound and everything. And you know, it's just an experience. But as much as I like to go, I mean, the beer is way cheaper at home, and you know, I can see everything a little easier at home. But you know, it is, you know, an experience to go, and you know, and then plus just being there live with the crowd, it's hard not to get into the game, you know, and get emotional, you know, regardless if it's a baseball game, whatever. So,
But I have one exception in mind, and y'all probably kick me out, but I think the one exception
I'm warming up.
would be racing, particularly NASCAR. I mean, you see the whole track.
Yeah. Is that Bristol, Jamie?
I live about 30 minutes from that track on the Virginia side. And I was also there back at the start of the 2016 season when Virginia Tech played Tennessee there. The largest crowd in college football history, over 160,000. But the people from the Guinness Book of World Records quit counting attendance like hour before kickoff, and I think it's officially listed at 135,000. But there was not a good seat in the place for a football game there. I mean, you was so far away.
Yeah. Well, went to Talladega one time, and I mean, you can see the cars around the other side, but when they were coming down the side you're on, everybody started standing up, and you just chong, 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 chong.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't see nothing. You know, they go by so fast, and so
I went to the first, it's either 10 or 12, I think it was 12 years of the Brickyard at Indy until they moved it to Sunday. It was always on Saturdays. And it's the same thing. It's like, it's a cool track to go to, but unless you're sitting in the turns and in the outside of the turns, you just watch them go by. You know, it's really not that good a track to do. And the way they count the tickets, my wife's family is all involved in racing and NASCAR and all that. And they used to, her father and uncles were racers and stuff. And brother still worked for that track for a long time. But they never do an official, an accurate official count of the crowd because there's taxes tied to that.
Oh,
It was always funny. About 150,000 is where you'll see those numbers, and there's 250,000 people there. It's a massive crowd, but it's the way they do it.
a lot of the racetracks don't have great the best views from where the stands are at times. But everybody should go to see a NASCAR race at least once in
Oh,
a life,
yeah.
just to hear the sound.
That's
That's
amazing.
yeah.
The very first
Martinsville.
Brickyard, we were sitting outside turn 1. We got seats 2 rows up from the wall. My father-in-law had connections, and he said, "That's the seats I want." So whatever, we get these seats, and we came away from that track covered in black tires. I mean, just covered. We're breathing all that, but it was awesome because the ground is shaking like you can't believe when those cars come in.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
even if you can't see, if you don't have a great view, just the sound is amazing.
Yeah.
Now, in the tracks that you guys are around, are they the only one time I actually saw in the NASCAR race was in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. I don't know if Mark has been up there, but the center of the track is all grass, and so they have the RVs. I don't know how you get tickets to go, but people park in the center, and so people would had the best view was on top of your RV in the center of the track because you could see everything.
Yeah, we went to Dallas, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. But then also, unless they've changed it recently, Kansas Speedway was pretty cool because there was a section for like where campers and RVs could park there, and you could still see the race, and it was pretty cool. I only went there 1 year, and it was a lot of fun on the Kansas one, but. Yeah.
Never been to Atlanta yet, Jamie. That's a track I'd really like to go. My brother-in-law went there every year for 10, 15 years in a row, but
That
high
place,
speed and good racing.
that place is hard to get in and out of on a race day. I mean, it's backed up from the interstate. I mean, they got 2 lanes on the interstate stopped going into those exits, and it's still a long way from the interstate.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a track, Martinsville here in Virginia, and the cars aren't going all that fast, but you talk about smelling. They're laying on the brakes most of the race, and you can smell. You know how brakes will start burning.
Oh yeah.
Brake fluid. You really get a good sense as far as smell. About just how hot those cars get during a race like that. And you talk about loud there as well. It's one of the smaller tracks, one of the smaller capacity places, but still, yeah, they have some good races there. But you can really get a feel for it, physically.
Yeah. Like Tim S, the drag race is always fun. And you usually don't have a bad seat at drag races, and always a lot of fun. And Abby said, Tim, racing in hills brings an extra challenge.
I think she's thinking of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah. Oh boy. So real quick, did anybody get a deer? That's a side chat too. I know we're kind of deep in the deer season. Our season just opened today. We're kind of late, but we only had 10 days, and so anyway,
I got
Jamie,
2.
I know you did. We were talking in the back chat.
I took 4 days off work this week because we figured this would be the week of the rut, and I was blessed with 2, so I'm thankful for that. And I'll be processing one myself, and the other one's at the processor. That's going to cost me $95 to get that. So yeah, if you can do it yourself, you're ahead of the game. But I didn't want to be doing 2 So
How much was it at the processor?
$95
Oh yeah,
For two or one?
for one.
one.
Yeah.
They used to have a program where if you brought the deer and donated it to food banks, it was free. But now they charge you $50,
Mhm.
even if you donate a deer, because
Yeah.
labor is expensive, and so are the supplies to pack that stuff up in. Now everything's more expensive now, but our season goes from mid-October through uh, over into January. So
Oh
it's
wow.
a
Wow.
nice long deer
Yeah.
season, and we're allowed to kill 2 bucks. I've got both of my bucks, so I'm tagged out on bucks, but I can kill 10 does. So
Wow.
you know, if you're vigilant, stay after them. You can fill up a freezer, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
All I
Nice.
shot today, I told you guys, all I shot today was a BB gun, and I left my real deer killing weapon at home, and that was my truck. I just left it at the parking place.
Oh man. Well,
Looks like Yukon 454 got one. Thanks, Dale.
yeah.
Jamie, you got a score update on the Georgia game?
Georgia 24, Tennessee 17. Tennessee has the ball, and I would say they're driving, but they've had the ball for a while. There's 10 and a half minutes left in the game.
It's a long time yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts left. Tennessee has the ball just inside Georgia territory, the 1st and 10.
Cool.
Done.
Jamie, would you like to call out the side chat?
Certainly.
What should we type in out there, guys?
Race.
Race. Hashtag RACE. I guess you don't have to put a hashtag, I guess. So.
I like something that everybody can spell and it won't take them too long to type it, you know, and something that we've been talking about. So that's what I'm going for. And it's already off the page. Here we go. Gizzard Gary was first in. He's on the panel. So is Hasbro. Gizzard Gary is there again with a hashtag. Bama Dad's out there. Garage Guy's on the panel. So is Moondog. We got R4 Mississippi Thunder Outdoors. Abigail's out there. Fluffy 10mm Jeep Guy. R-Tack and Daughters. Yukon 454 Misty Mrs. Wayne. Abigail again. Tim S. Fuku YT. How's it going, Boom? Bench Rest Marksman. Good to see you out there. RP Tacticals out there. Ron 2A Matters. Smoking Joe. We were talking about you earlier, buddy. Dale Pogue is out there. Jacob S. Mr. Bob's out there. Chris from the 740 just popped in. Hey, buddy. And I think that's all I got right now.
All righty. Yeah. Someone follow along. I think you got everybody. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it was good, Smoking Joe. We were talking about your fights with Muhammad Ali.
Smoking Joe Frazier.
I might know who that is. If it's who I think it is.
So I also thought, since we kind of touched on deer hunting, or a little bit, talking about deer, I was wanting to ask everybody, So, is there stuff you take with you when you're hunting or maybe even hiking? You know, if you're going to be out in the woods, I mean, you know, it's a little different than if you park a truck and you're just walking, you know, not too awful far to your deer blind or whatever. But if you're going to be deep in the woods or hiking, I know there's places around here in the, you know, our Mark Twain National Forest that, you know, you're a good couple miles away from your truck at least in these, you know, mountains and hollers. And so, you know, I must usually uh take, you know, just a small little backpack or something with, you know, stuff in it. And so in that case, um what do you guys, you know, if you're, you know, a hiker or a hunter, you know, what kind of stuff do you kind of just pack along with you?
I carry a backpack when I hunt, and I'm not that far from the truck. But there's things I want when I am successful. I carry a couple of 3 knives for different things about, you know, field dressing the deer. Some of this stuff y'all don't want to hear, but I carry rope. I carry a rope to pull my gun up, and I carry a rope to pull my backpack up into the stand. I carry one of those therma heat seats. Do y'all know what that is?
Also with the rope, Jamie, you can use that to drag your deer out of the woods too.
Absolutely.
And tie it on there, and then, you know, find your stick, tie it to a stick, and way easier to throw that stick and that rope over your shoulder or whatever than trying to drag a deer up a hill. Sorry,
Luckily,
go ahead.
luckily, I had to drag one downhill, so that's makes it a lot easier. Particularly when the leaves are wet, guys. It's like, you know, get out of the way or you're gonna get run over. You know. But I carry a bottle to pee in. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but that's the facts.
Mhm.
You don't want to be smelling up around your tree stand with other things. And then I've heard stories, so I won't go into that. But if y'all want to talk about it, there's my brother MCK. I bet he killed a good one today. Uh, what else? Oh, alcohol hand wipes after you get, and gloves. You need rubber gloves and some alcohol hand wipes to get that blood out of your hands, off your hands, and out of all those little nicks that you're going to have from getting your hands up inside that deer. And what else? I can't think. Sometimes I have cereal bars. I always have a bottle of water, and I think that's it. Oh, deer calls. I got a wheeze call, a grunt call, and a bleep call that I carry in there. But those ropes, man, there's so many things you can do with those ropes that you need. Worst case scenario, you got a tourniquet if you have a tragic event. But
Yeah. Yep. And for goodness sakes, tie that rifle off around the butt of the gun, not the barrel. When you're pulling it up.
yeah,
Anybody else? You got anything?
You guys do pamper yourself and bring a thermos out with some nice something warm in there while you're out?
on really, really cold days, I'll carry a thermos with some coffee in it.
It's mandatory in Indiana.
I bet.
Yeah, I was saying I haven't been in a few years, but I'd have a thermos full of coffee, and then I like Jamie said, those little granola bar kind of things, you know, some water. And then they always have a little bit of a first aid kit kind of thing with me, and then my old timer knife for skinning. Gutting and
Mhm.
gutting and not skinning, but gutting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think like pretty much what most everybody said. I always make sure I take at least a couple bottles of water, or some type of a canteen. And those bottles of water, I leave them set on the counter so they're just room temperature because I don't want that getting condensation in my bag and stuff. And then, like I said, just wipes, like 2 or 3 different knives because I want a heavier knife. If I gotta, trim a limb or something for some reason, and then of course skinning knife and all that, and definitely ropes. And I mean, most usually at least peanut butter and jelly sandwich, maybe canned Viennies, some beef jerky, cereal bars, any of that type of stuff. And I also either carry a lighter, but now, I mean, I got a Blackbeard fire starter, so I don't have to carry a lighter. I got that in my pack. So
Check this
everything
one
goes
out,
a lot there.
Hillbilly. Now
Pardon?
check this knife out. This is a Browning knife that my son bought me,
Oh,
Oh,
and
nice.
it has a serrated back, which is, I mean, it just looks like a regular fixed blade knife, but if you look, you'd think, wow, that's a folder, and it kind of is. You mash this, and then you can fold this down. Now your
oh,
saw is really handy.
yeah.
And
Nice.
where this really shines is while you're field dressing your deer, you have this blade right here to open the cavity and uh, get inside there and cut your diaphragm open. And then with this, you can actually saw through the rib cage and open the
Mm-hmm.
deer up more so you can get more of the esophagus and stuff out. And the reason this is not in my pack right now is because I just sharpened it tonight, and it's shaped. So this is a Browning. It's a model 616 Japanese steel, and it might want to lead to another topic that we may get to later or some other time is the steel. How do you judge a quality knife? And to me, it's, when you buy a knife, yeah, it's going to be sharp, but what if it's not? How does it hold an edge after you sharpen it? Is to me the test of a good knife or a cheap knife is how well does it hold that edge after you sharpen it.
Yeah.
Jamie, you mentioned that, and I mentioned that old timer knife I have. I've had that knife for what I kill 43 years. I used it when I killed my first deer to gut it, clean it out, and that thing still holds an edge. It's kind of what you're talking about. And I don't know if the new ones they still make it. I don't know if they're the same quality or not, but I probably have sharpened that knife 4 or 5 times in my life.
Wow.
It's a good job. But it's only a deer knife too. That's the only thing I use it for. So.
Right. So it ain't like you're using it every single day. Now,
That's how you tell it's deer season. Hillbilly start having bald spots on their arms and legs. You betcha. Yeah, I like to prepare, if something happened, for some reason, if I had to spend the night out there for something, I always figure it's best be prepared and not need it than need it and not have it. And so, and plus that backpack comes in pretty handy if you want to take a nap. Makes a pretty good pillow.
My hunting buddy, he makes fun of me for carrying a backpack with me to my tree stand. But inevitably, after we kill a deer or he kills a deer or whatever, he wants some of the stuff that's in my back.
Yeah.
Hey, hand me some of them wipes, Jamie.
Yeah, give me some
all
of
that
that.
road.
Well, that looks good.
Yeah. Can I
Let's
have
make
a
Jamie
pair of
carry
your,
the ham and cheese.
right? Can I have some of your rubber gloves? I didn't bring any. And you know, you hear all about the scent stuff, and you're going to have to pee. Okay, I mean, hopefully you don't have to do number two, but this one guy, he's told me, he said, that stuff's overrated. I'm like, what are you talking about? He says, I wear blue jeans and a flannel shirt and I smoke a cigar. And the other morning I took a dump right behind my tree stand and killed the biggest deer I ever seen in my life. And I'm like, that's crazy talk, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Got every dude wipes in there, huh, baby dad?
Yeah,
And
one more thing I've got is a piece of a roll of toilet paper.
oh yeah.
And it's not for what you think, it's for tracking deer.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're on a blood trail, when you run out of the trail, you put that you put one sheet of that toilet paper wherever you see as you're going down, and the blood will get less and less because deer blood clots really quickly.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you need to be able to go back, and what I do is I'll take from once I run out of the blood trail, I'll go back to where that toilet paper is and take 5 steps and make a complete 360 looking for blood. And then I'll go 10 steps and or 5 more steps and do the same thing. And, you know, in the years that I've been hunting, and I've been hunting hard for probably the last 12 years, but I can't remember losing but maybe 2 deer. And
Mm-hmm.
that's every deer hunter's worst nightmare is wounding an animal that
Oh yeah.
that's going to suffer. That's not what we want. We want a one-shot quick kill. We don't want no animal suffering.
Exactly. And first, also, I want to say, Michael Dunn out there, glad you're home and doing well, buddy. He had just had surgery. Hope everything went well. And yeah, that toilet paper is definitely great for trail markers and all that. And being in excavating, a lot of times, we go in on 10, 20, 30 acres or whatever to build a road. Well, you got to walk it to find out where the best places are. So you just tie some, little pieces of toilet paper up in the trees. And the reason you use toilet paper is it is very easy to see. It's always visible. But when it rains, it'll just deteriorate. So you're not,
Right.
leaving anything behind. And so
Totally biodegradable.
Mm-hmm.
First good rain, it's gone.
But I will tell you one thing. It's kind of embarrassing when you're walking back out the road and you got a roll of toilet paper under your arm and somebody drives by. It's like, I'm just marking a trail or a road. Yeah, sure you are. So, no doubt about that. Man, we got some new faces in here tonight. I'm glad to see everybody and some of the newer people. Man, welcome.
Absolutely.
My goodness. Always a great bunch of people in the side chat and on the panel. And see, we'll be doing a giveaway here. Well, be about 30 minutes, I guess. And anyway, but if you are new here, type in hashtag HBN104 in the side chat, and that will get you entered in tonight's giveaway. And anyway, see, we got another topic here. So we do have holidays coming up, so I thought this might be a fun one here. Is is anybody looking to get some 2A products for like Black Friday? I mean, we already see some of the sales starting, kicking off. Um, is that something you guys try to take advantage of? And, um, you know, or, do you wait a little bit longer till like Christmas specials and stuff?
The stuff I'm waiting on doesn't ever go on sale. That's a problem. Like, I don't need it, but I'm going to build another 1022, and this time I'm going to try a kid barrel. Well, you will never see a kid barrel on sale,
It's true.
So, all right, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking for ammo sales myself. That 44 I showed you there last week in the green room before the show, ordered some, had to order some ammo online there, MagTech, and I got 2 boxes of that and 4 boxes of the 44 Special HSM cowboy loads right there.
Oh, nice.
And with the order being over 199 beans, shipping was free, but I still had to pay Virginia sales tax. And 6 boxes of ammo, and it being 44 Magnum and 44 Special, that was still right at $230. So I'm going to be scouring around for his Black Friday ammo deals. And also, I'm going to start looking for some reloading gear as well. And I was talking about Smoking Joe over here. He's a buddy of mine. I work with him. We're shooting buddies.
Awesome.
And he's been on some of my videos. Last one was one I did about the end of last year, Ruger SR45 5-year review. He's taking the first shots during that video. But he and his dad reload, and I'll probably be heading over that way probably to learn how to get started and everything with it. And I'm also fortunate enough to have a local estate auction here in my area. And the man who passed away, he had tons of reloading equipment and the parts, brass, primers, whole 9 lead, whole 9 yards. So I'm going to be putting some bids in on that, dies, tools, presses.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
like that.
Bro.
The only ammo I buy is stuff I'm doing just for the channel to do some testing, like AAC ammo and stuff like that. Otherwise, I load it all because in the end, you can make better ammo. But
Yes.
you got to be willing to invest and be patient about it and do the work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a learning process. I know I may hit some roadblocks, but, I'm pretty sure I'll be sending text or emails to people, maybe 1 or 2 here on this panel right there about if I might have a question.
Especially 44, man. When you get into calibers like 44 Magnum, 35 Remington, some of the more obscure stuff, and let's be real, guys, there's calibers out there, cartridges out there that if you're going to shoot, you're going to have to reload.
Yeah, that's true.
But when you get into those type calibers, it's insane not to reload. It's insane to pay those prices, to me, in my mind.
Yeah.
JB, you mentioned that many years ago in Mississippi when I was living there. I shot a buddy's 378 Weatherby Magnum, right? And this is in 94, maybe, no, 95. And it was $6 a shell then.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even shoot that unless I loaded it. Even then, it's probably crazy expensive to load yourself. But you're right. There's cartridges like that you better learn how to load if you're going to shoot them.
Yeah. And also, like Michael Dunn says, Olight Art is running their Black Friday special and says have free gifts you can get too with your orders. So there's deals out there, if you kind of keep your eye open. Even something like the Olight stuff makes great little stocking stuffers or Christmas gifts and stuff like that too. So.
Oh, I like that Olight Plus you showed there.
Holy cow!
It's a
Sorry?
dandy light.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That 378 Weatherby I told you, I just had to look it up, right?
Mhm.
$170 for 20 rounds.
Oh,
Woo, man.
Yeah, I'm never going to own that guy.
Uh-uh.
Wow. Yeah, it'd be cheaper to chase something down and hit it with the stock of the gun.
Almost cheaper to hit it with my truck.
Exactly.
this is my everyday pocket flashlight. It's an old light, and let me see what this is. 3T EOS. You familiar with that, Moondog?
No, but I think I know which one you're talking about. I don't have one of those though.
Gizzard probably knows the model.
Yeah, I've had it till the warranty's about out of it. I think they've got a 5-year warranty, and
Hey, Nutty.
this one's getting where it don't want to turn off. There it went. That's what I had to do is hold it up in the camera, and
I'll be right back, guys. Go ahead and.
When did you buy that? Because I thought the Olight's all lifetime warranty, or was that before they had the lifetime warranty?
this one was included in. I bought the weapons light, the rechargeable one, and I forget which one it is, but it came in the pack with it, and I've already had to return it once, and they sent me a new one. My original one, all that happened was the spring broke that makes the contact with the battery,
Mhm.
and I said, "Can you send me a new spring?"
And they sent you the whole thing.
sent me a whole flashlight.
Mhm.
And so I got some spring stock at work and made my own spring and fixed the old one. Now I got 2 of them. So
Bonus.
yeah, nutty. $36 for 50 rounds of 44 mag. I'll cast and load my own. And garage guy, when you get into reloading and you need bullets, if I can help you, let me know. And if you have any questions about the processes and all that kind of stuff, you got my number.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
And we can even get on StreamYard private, not go live, and I can show you what you need
All right.
to do.
All right. I appreciate that.
But one bullet that you'll fall in love with is the 429-421. It's a 250 grain semi-wad cutter designed by Elmer Keith. And great load for it. The Skeeter load for it is that bullet sitting on 7.5 grains of unique.
Right.
Very good duty round.
Now these 44 specials I got, they're wad cutters.
Yeah. Their cowboy loads are all cast lead.
Yeah.
Some of them are harder than others. It's just,
Yeah.
But
Well, that was what was available for the price. I'd looked up at Bud's 2 days earlier. They also had the MagTech and 44 special. 2 days later, I go back and they were out of it. So that's why I didn't go MagTech on the specials either. So.
Well, that's what happens. And it's not just ammunition, it's a lot of stuff. Guns in particular. The actual firearms is they'll make a run, and once they're gone until the next time they do a run. And like y'all know, I love my 35 Remington, as does Hillbilly, but you can't go to the store and buy 35 Remington any day of the week. I mean, you usually get a run of stuff about this time when hunting season starts. You can buy some factory brass. Even if you can't find the ammo, you can find the brass new from places like Hornady and Winchester, Remington. Those type outfits will put out a run of brass for 35 Remington or something in similar cases.
35 and 30. If you're not to get it around local, even Bass Pro, I mean, like you need to be there the day they're bringing it in. and because it'll be gone. And yeah, you might not see any all year hardly. I mean,
270 and 30-06, you pretty much can get that just about any time.
yeah.
But 30-30 almost anytime, not quite. 35 Remington and stuff like that, those older cartridges. 32 Special is non-existent anymore. But such a great deer round. I mean, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically 30-30 necked up to 32 caliber.
Ozzy says about one box of 44 mag. That's when I decided I was going to be a reloader.
And what did it for me was in 2010, Ozzy, buying a box of 20 rounds of 35 Remington and paying $33.80 something. Way back then. That's when I knew I was going to be a reloader. I wasn't doing that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, he's muted. I can't turn his video off for him, but he's got his microphone muted. So
it's probably safe to take him out of the panel.
The most comfortable man on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That's a must be a wonderful chair.
It must be.
I got a leather lazy boy that I can't sleep like that in. I'm gonna switch to a wingback and get me an ottoman, put my feet up, and this is gonna be over.
Now, speaking of Black Friday, guys, I'm thinking, are any of you guys planning on doing like a Black Friday live stream?
See, Gizzard and Jamie has Friday shows.
No, Jamie.
That's an interesting concept. Maybe we will, but
I
gotta be
have
careful.
Yeah.
You got to be careful, though. You'll get into that selling thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, it's one of, I guess I haven't been hit right, because sometimes I'll just share some of the things, like I'll get an email like when Olight's doing the Halloween giveaway, but when you post up your hashtag and you try to get a chance to win one of their whatever deal that they're having.
Well, flashlights and everything's fine, but guns or ammo, and they definitely don't want that. And then sometimes even scopes and red dots. I mean, so they call it accessories.
Oh, true.
So
I know Arkin's got their Black Friday sale kicked in already. So
this year it seems like they're kicking in the Black Friday way earlier than I remember them doing. I mean, not just Arkin, but everybody seems like I'm getting all these emails.
Oh boy.
got an update for y'all if you're interested.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Georgia 31, Tennessee 17, 1 minute, 19 seconds left. Georgia has the ball. Second down 11. Tennessee is out of timeouts. So it's victory.
Good news. Good news.
So you got Texas and Texas A&M sitting there on top of the SEC with one loss, and they play the last game of the season. That's going to be huge.
Awesome. Yeah. And so actually, since we're kind of on this subject, this is another topic I had. Are is anyone are you budgeting or saving, for the holidays? Uh, and do you have any suggestions? This could be for Christmas gifts, for just holiday dinner, or something that you're hosting or taking. Dang it. See, I guess just go ahead and beat that guy. If any of the people can, or should be able to time him out or something. But anyway, I'll throw like something in that we do, and or just one thing, and it's a little harder for everybody to do nowadays than it was in the past. But I still use cash a lot. Anyway, if something's like say $5 and change, even if it's like 12 cents, I'll go ahead and pay with $6, and then at the end of the day, I dump all my change in a deal at home, and you'd be surprised that you come up with $200-300 pretty easy, especially if it's a husband and wife both doing it, and that takes a pretty good chunk of money there, that we can put towards Christmas presents or whatever the case might be. Yeah. Okay, Ozzy, I'll look for it here. Give me just a minute.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, garage guy.
I got cups like this all over the house filled with pennies in one, nickels in others, dimes and quarters. I keep them all separated. And I have no idea how long I've been doing it for, at least 3 or 4 years. And I really need to get those rolls, go to Wally World, pick up a bag of those rolls and roll them up, because there's places around here that have those change machines, and once you pour it in there, it's there you go, funnel.
Get these sorting funnels. You put those the paper things inside, and it'll sort it. I mean, it'll set it to the height that you've got the exact amount for that roll.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all over the place, but they got these machines like at Wally World and other supermarkets. You dump the change in, it sorts it. But then again, the total amount you have, the Wally World or the grocery store will take 30% of it. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes if your bank has them and you have an account with the bank, they'll do it for free.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, well, some banks around here do, and then some don't. Unfortunately, mine doesn't. So I just let it sit in the cup, and I walk by and I just kind of go, "Hey there, save you for a rainy day."
Yeah.
The problem is we've been plastic for quite a few years now at my household, just because we want the miles, because we use those cards and we pay off our cards, so we don't carry a balance on them. But because I don't do the cash as often anymore, I don't have a lot of spare change around, and I feel like it's the kids don't understand the value of the coins like I did. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've got a little piggy bank once in a while, like something. I don't know where they pick up the coins, because I make them bag their own lunch every day, so they're not buying lunches. So, but my son at least collects coins. I don't know where he gets them from, but that's the reason I bought those funnels for him to start. But when I was growing up, we would use empty those the water bottle jugs that we would have. We would just drop them in those until they get super full.
I mean, how do kids gamble and shoot craps on the streets anymore without cash?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a problem.
You can't throw closest quarter to the crack in the sidewalk without a quarter. You betcha. But here, Ozzy sent me a picture here. Let me bring it up here. Said it is new reloading equipment. Look at that.
I got one of those, and it's for God's caliber, 270 Winchester. Hasbro knew I was going to say that. Didn't
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
It served me well this week, I'll guarantee you.
Is that what you got both of them with?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
Jamie, every time we talk about that, I just kick myself for selling. I had a Browning A-Bolt 2 medallion. It was just the most beautiful. And I sold the thing, and I kicked myself for that. I got to get another one.
Yeah. Mine's a Seiko, so
Yep.
I won't be buying another one of those.
No. That's a lifetime gun, you know.
Well,
it's several lifetimes gun.
Yeah, they've doubled since I've got mine in price. It's a final. Georgia beats Tennessee 31-7, 34-17, I think. Tennessee was scoreless in the second half. That Georgia defense shut them down in the second half.
Answer is yes, Abby. These people out there's got a ranch for a reason. So just make sure.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. So anybody else on the side chat or on the panel got any tips for just trying to save a little bit for Christmas? And I know one year we bought all the grandkids Christmas gifts. They all wanted those hoverboards or whatever. Well, the few young ones didn't get that, but we had enough. Excuse me. We had enough points on our credit on one of our credit card that we used, and it paid for all that. And the credit cards, like we use the credit card and pay it off every month, and we try to always make sure it's a cashback card, you know, something like that's going to benefit us, you know. And so, I mean, hey, if it's free money, it's free money, you know. And so, you know,
I'll tell you what. Go ahead, Hasbro.
No. You go ahead, Jamie.
I was just going to say my credit union has a Christmas club, and I have $50 every month deposited into the Christmas club. And
nice.
That's not much, but when it gets Christmas time and you've got an extra $600 sitting there, it's pretty handy.
Yeah.
Probably double that next year because the little girl's getting to be a teenager and her presents are getting more and more expensive. But yeah, take advantage of those things. Those opportunities that you have that, you know, you're already invested in, you know, your banks are like somebody in the side chat earlier wrote, put in there that if you just go to the bank and ask them for coin rollers, they'll give you a handful of whatever you want.
Yeah. Joe said that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, Moondog mentioned about using plastic and getting mileage, you know. So that's what we've been doing for a while, and I probably need to stop that because my wife's health is such that she's not traveling anytime soon. I mean, and I have almost 500,000 miles racked up on this stuff.
Wow.
And it's like, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not going to go anywhere by myself. And, you know, unless I fly down to Georgia or something, you know, I got no interest on doing that. So I got to probably change that plan a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, some of those miles will also those airline miles will also work on motels and stuff too.
I can, and they have the little trinkets you can buy. Hey, buy this watch and you pay 3 times what it's worth. It's
Yeah.
Now you could
Not really.
also, aside
It's
from buying flights for family, which you can do with your miles, you could also donate it to charities that you particularly support.
Yep. I may donate it to like my daughter and son-in-law. Now that she's had a baby, she gets away a little bit, maybe a year out. We get out
Oh.
and babysit and send them somewhere,
Yeah.
that kind of thing too.
Hasbro, what are you using 2520 for there?
That's a 556 magic recipe.
Okay.
77 grain Sierra Match Kings. You do that, and I use CCI 41s, but this is an empty container, nothing, just paper. That primer is a very magic combination. The only problem with this primer is it's a little bit small, and it's almost like you got loose primer pockets, but it's the primer. You have to be a little careful with that, but it is an amazingly accurate round.
Good to know.
Awesome.
Yeah, that Nutty's got a good one, Hillbilly. Take your lunch to work. $10 to $13 a day.
Especially nowadays. Jeez.
See, I have a refrigerator, microwave, and toaster oven in my shop at work. So I just go get groceries once a week. And I typically buy loaf bread and apples and chicken salad, trying to get some weight off, but it ain't working.
Hey, you talk about that. The cost of lunch is, I'm in a rural part of Indiana, and even that, it's $16, $17 a day to eat out at lunch. And
wow,
I do that, and I need to probably stop that, but it's just because my work is so intense. I need to get out of the building and get away at lunchtime, and they really don't have a good break area. It's very small with the wheel of death machines, where you can kind of choose some sort of food. Well, it's not really food. It looks like it. So it's like they don't really have a good place to in the plant to go anywhere. So I do it as a break, but that's an expensive break.
Yeah.
I could buy a nice rifle every month.
You could.
No kidding. Alrighty. Well, we need to start giving some stuff away. So make sure your hashtag HBN104 typed into the side chat. And before we do that, we're going to be giving away the monthly giveaway. And if you don't know what that is, on any of my videos, if you are subscribed to HIlllbillyUp, if you're subscribed to my channel, on any of my videos, if you just comment, I want to win, well, your name goes down. I write everybody's name down, and I put little marks beside it every time they comment that. And so once a month, about the middle of the month, we do the previous month giveaway. And so anyway, tonight we'll be giving away the skinny purple pink type knife, whatever you want to call this. It is a skinny knife, same as the black and blue. Whoops, hit my microphone. But this will be eventually given away on Guns, Bear, and Therapy every week, but we're still doing the blue one right now. So you'll be getting kind of a head start on getting one of the following knives. So anyway, hit the wrong button. Turn my camera off instead of share screen. So let me bring this up here.
I'm trolling Moondog while you're doing
that. So we had 97 entries, And if you comment, you only get one entry. If you say on this video I want to win, you can only get one entry. If you do it 2 or 3 times, the other ones ain't going to count. But on every video, you can comment that. So however many videos I put out that month is that many opportunities to get an entry. And so we have 97 this month, and I want to shuffle this up so they're not in order. Do this 3 times here. Oops, I need to get on the right screen. I'm like, that thing's not changing. I was on the wrong screen. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. So we got her shuffled up, and we're going to give this thing a spin and see who the month of October's winner is. And they do have to be present to win. So let me count this out here. It is showing that it is Dale Pogue.
Yay!
Ah,
Way to go, Dale. He was in there.
Yeah, 15 entries, so that gave him 17 to 31. And you can kind of see here how I do that. Every time, they comment, I want to win, they get an entry, if they are a subscriber. So, Dale, if you're out there, buddy, say something.
Yeah, congrats, Dale.
just
He was
there a
out there
little while
earlier.
ago. Yeah,
Oh.
there he is.
There he is.
There he is. Congratulations, Dale. So, Dale, email me at AmericanHillbillyUp@gmail.com and give me your address and name that you want this sent to, and I'll get it sent out. And what in the world happened to this here? Let me refresh it. Had it on before the show started, or like when the show started.
Probably using a Netflix server.
So let's try this again. Oh no. I don't know why it. Well, usually it collects them all just fine. It's been working great for months. I ain't had any trouble with it. So, everybody, I apologize. You're going to have to enter again. I really apologize about that. We'll give everybody a little time here to get entered again. Doggone it. Let me go ahead and bring this out of the way.
I can't type.
So enter hashtag HBN104 on the side chat, and that will get you entered. They're piling in now.
While we're doing that, can we address? I want y'all's input. Earlier, Abigail had a question and it kind of snuck by us because we were talking about something else. She said, "What's the drop off for a 13.5-inch 308?" And I've heard a lot of people say that they wouldn't have a 308 less than a 16-inch barrel. I personally wouldn't have one less than a 20-inch barrel. I just feel like you need that time for powder burn and stuff. Thoughts from you guys?
Well, I think it's what's the purpose of the gun, right? If it's close quarters, you get to shoot somebody and give them a bad powder burn. I mean, that's a pretty good length for that. But for velocity, you're probably going to get 500-600 feet per second lower than what it should be. That's fine as long as you don't go out very far. But it gets into bullet selection at that point too, because you may not expand them.
Yeah, I think 20 would be my minimum, Abigail. Fluffy said he wouldn't go less than 18.
Yeah, if I was using it to reach out and touch something, for that reason, I definitely would have a longer barrel.
I'm the wrong person to ask that question though, because the shortest barrel I have is a 16-inch 5.56. Everything else is 18, 20, 22, 24, 26,
Me too.
and 42. All my muzzleloaders are 42.
Lee. Artac says he has a 12.5 and 308. It's for QBC.
I mean, it means CQB.
GGW has got a good comment there. At that point, that shorter barrel, you might as well use 300 blackout. Probably right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would think so too. If it's just about the having the mass to get through a wall or something, you don't necessarily need all that powder.
Right.
Yeah, I think earlier he did say he just got one. I think that's why she was asking. So,
Welcome back, Mark.
hey, buddy.
I hope we didn't make too much noise.
Not at all. Hell, I'm
Speaking
surprised
of trolling somebody.
I'm surprised I woke back up. I was out, man. Michael doesn't welcome me back, and well, thanks for having me. But I think it is definitely time for me to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm beat. I'm wore out.
Well, Mark, you got anything coming up, buddy?
Nah, nothing for sure. We'll see what happens. We'll see what comes up. We'll just play it by ear, day by day.
Alrighty.
All right. Thanks again.
Good to have you on,
Hi, Mark.
buddy.
Good
Have
to
a
see
good
you, buddy.
Oh man.
Yeah, Artac, that 8.6 blackout is intriguing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would love to have one, but my goodness, the price of the ammo is just.
Yeah, the expense is the bullets. You're shooting 338 Lapua bullets. And there's nothing cheap about that.
No.
A lot of them are solids too, and so that's cool, but expensive.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Talk about machining. I really, really want to buy a smaller CNC lathe like that just to be able to turn my own bullets. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would
Just
be cool.
I need to do some research about solid copper on deer, how they perform on deer.
A lot of them are made to where they're not just solid, but they're cuts where they pedal out real bad. Yeah. And I think they'd be devastating to get the right design.
Mm-hmm. Well, looks like we have 26 entries. So let's go ahead and do a spin here. And tonight is for the Skinny Blue Knife. And if you don't have your hashtag HBN104 in, you better get it in quick because we're fixing to spin this thing. Would somebody like to count down? Go right ahead.
Oh, he's on mute.
There we go.
There we go.
3, 2, and 1. Go, my friend.
Oh, not again.
Oh,
not again.
Double winner.
Man, Dale, you better go get a lottery ticket, brother. That is something else.
You got something else to give away? Let's see if he hits the trifecta.
Dale, hopefully you're still out there, buddy. He may have won that first one and just decided to go to bed. I'll put it back up.
No, he's there.
There he is.
There he is.
He says, "No way." Respin. Well, that's really
Dale,
nice.
you
of you,
messed up.
brother.
Dale, that's when you say ship it to Hasbro's house. You messed up.
All right, we're going to give her another spin. Compliment to Del Pogue. Kids,
There we go.
There you go.
congratulations, buddy.
Well, I think you're going to be spinning again.
Oh, all right.
The man with all the knives, right?
Yeah, that's right. I happen to have a skinny blue knife, so let's let somebody else win one.
All righty. Well, that's really nice. So we'll give her another spin. Compliments of Dale Pogue and Gizzard Gary. Jamie.
There you go. I was hoping that would happen because I want to see him gut a deer with it.
Hasbro, do you have a skinny blue knife?
I do not have a skinny blue knife, but that's okay.
Yeah, send it to him. Hillbilly.
Send it to
No. I was just teasing.
I have one.
All right. We'll
Spin it
put
one more time,
Hasbro-
Hillbilly. As much as I want one, give it to somebody else out there.
Well,
Thank you, Jamie.
Well, you just can't do something for some people. I'm telling you. Bama dad, dude.
Nobody wants the purple. The artist formerly known as Prince is rolling over in his grave.
Oh, this is the blue one, not the purple one.
Yeah, this is the blue one. So. Oh.
It's mock out there. Rigged.
Yeah, you ought to send it to him. He needs a skinny blue knife.
Jamie has spoken.
Also want to thank the channel members, the VIPs, for sponsoring this giveaway. So when you win, they just made your day better. And I really, really appreciate them. It's awesome that they do this and really thank them a lot. It was really nice of them to be, doing that. So, that they'll sharpen right back up, buddy. They're really sharp out of the box, but yeah, they will sharpen. No doubt it.
I can't be trusted with them. I've lost 2 of the black ones now.
Oh, no.
Shame.
My son took my black one, and I was fortunate enough to win a blue one. But yeah, Mark says he's got a blue one. So spin it.
You got a blue one. Well, let's see here. I know Moondog and possibly Jamie, and maybe I don't know who else, but need to drop out here. So anyway, Moondog, we'll start with you, buddy. Tell us what you got coming up next week or coming up this week and stuff. And
Well, I've got a couple of giveaways going on this month. For those of you who are regulars, you probably already know all this, but so this month I've given away a Fayachi tactical vest, and this is the one with the magnetic quick release on it that really just pops. The buckles just pop out when you squeeze the control pad on the front, and then they just snap together, and you can't get them off once they're on. So it comes with 8 mag pouches, and a first aid pouch in the back. It's fully loaded. So it's a great it's a great tactical vest. You need to add your own plates though if you actually want to run this for body armor. But it's a fully functional vest, so you get a chance to win. But here's the thing. I just was talking to the guys in the green room today. I'm going to give some extra entries on this if you subscribe to everybody's channel on the panel tonight. Subscribe to I'll update my website at moondogindustries.com/contest with links to everybody's panel.
That's cool of you. Thank you.
So all you have to do, everybody, is if you're already subscriber, because I'm sure you're already subscribed to everybody's channel here, is just post up on my webpage at moondogindustries.com. Send a screen, just upload a screenshot of everybody's channel one at a time, and I'll get everybody an extra entry. So that's 7 extra entries. So
that's
the
awesome.
contest for everybody.
That's really nice, and that's one slick vest out there. But I want to interrupt you for just 1 second because we do have a sighting out there.
Oh,
Somebody can count us down. You're on mute, Jamie.
Gotta get ready. Everybody breathe deep.
Hey,
Mario.
That's
A loyal American right there.
Yes, he is. So go ahead, Moondog. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, buddy. No worries. So I'm just gonna type in the contest page, and for everybody, I haven't had a chance to type in everybody's link who's on the panel to their YouTube channel, but I'll do that after I get off tonight before I get ready for bed and church choir tomorrow morning. So check that out, and of course check out my live stream that's coming up on Wednesday evening for those of you on the East Coast, but 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. here in the Pacific. And tomorrow I'm gonna have a new video out in the morning, and that's gonna be for the what's coming up here. Oh, it's gonna be for the Athlon Midas LE. It's a red dot. That's gonna be coming up. So you got lots of new stuff coming out. Check out. I've got 3 channels, so check them out, and make sure you subscribe to everybody's channel on the panel tonight, and take a screenshot of it. I want to thank everybody for agreeing to that, and also to Hillbilly for facilitating all this.
Well, thanks a lot, buddy, and that's really nice of you to do that. And man, always appreciate you here as always. Thanks for being here, guys. Go over and check out Moondog's channel. He's got 3 of them, and they're all really good. So
yeah. Well, good seeing you, everybody. Have a good night.
Good seeing you.
Good night, Moondog.
We'll see you, buddy. Let's see.
So I'll bail out, and thank y'all for having me. And maybe one day I'll make some videos. I was probably thinking about doing some hunting videos. That would be very cool. But thanks for having me, and check us out Friday nights at 8 o'clock on Georgia Shooting Connection channel. And go dogs.
Yeah.
Well,
hi,
thanks
Jamie.
a lot, Jamie. Appreciate you being here as always, brother. And everybody go over and check out Jamie's channel, JH586 and Georgia Shooting Connection. And thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Find somewhere to go to church tomorrow. You'll be glad you did.
You bet you.
Bye, Jamie.
Bye.
All right.
Bam and Dad, I believe you did. I know they sent me one. Mine will be coming out this week, so I imagine I think Moondog's got one of those too. So I think
Hillbilly, I hate to leave you with just those 2 characters, because that's a tough crowd right there. But I do need to go tonight.
You betcha. So what you got coming up, brother?
Well, we mentioned last week with our guests and all, but we got the Hammer Time Challenge, right? So this ends November 30th. So if you just enter a target, you get a chance to win. If you rank up to first place, you got a lot more chances to win. But that we talked about last week, so I won't go on about it, but 22 KYL targets, the main prize. And then we got a LED sign from them about Home of the Brave. And then we're going to have a Red Ryder BB gun for the bottom 8. The bottom 8 people are going to get thrown into a pool and they get a chance of a Red Ryder BB gun. Well, because of that,
it'll be a lot of fun.
I have to hide this score. That is what I did today. So this is with my 1984 Red Ryder BB gun that I bought new.
Awesome.
I can't believe it's 40 years ago.
Where does time go?
And this shoots better than any of the guns I just bought for the contest. A new Red Ryder, a Numerex. This thing just shoots. Well, this is going to be the new high score, but that'll be for another video. And then there's another video coming out in the morning that I just had a little bit of fun with a gun that doesn't belong in the contest. And it won't count, but it's a lot of fun. But just having fun. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, Hasbro. Appreciate you. And guys, if you have not gotten that Hammer Time Challenge, it's a lot of fun. So go check out Hasbro's channel. Appreciate you, brother, for being here.
All right. We'll see you guys. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. We'll see you. Oh, my goodness. So, Mark, what do you got coming up?
Well, right now I'm caught up on the videos. Yesterday I uploaded the video Smith & Wesson Model 617-6, Chamberton 22 LR, beautiful revolver. Definitely not a budget gun, but I've been holding off for a while, and I'm finally glad I got it. And also before that, I uploaded a slow motion video a buddy took at work, and I didn't even know he was out there. It's me riding out of the building on a forklift. It lasts about 1 minute and 10 seconds. I was like, hey, why not use it? Just something fun. I've mentioned before on here, I started a second channel. It's a Garage Guy 879.2 or 0.2. It's a just in case backup channel. I will be putting some 2A related content on it as well, but also I'll be putting some things on around home here or at work or co-workers or something like that. We all know how social media has been getting and knocking a lot of channels off, so it's best to be prepared.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and my B channel, I've kept everything 2A off of it, just in case so far. But yeah, it's
on the 879.2 channel, I will be putting some pictures and videos from my granddaughter's graduation this past May.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she was one of 4 valedictorians in the class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So I've been meaning to get that video up, and I'm going to do that this week on my backup channel.
That's cool. Real good, buddy. Well, thanks so much for being on here, Garage Guy. As always, really appreciate you. And you guys go over there and check out Garage Guy 879 and also his new channel, Garage Guy 879.2. So anyway, thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
So Gary, what you got coming up?
Well, I got to do a makeup show for last night's Foul Territory because we didn't get that in because of the Jake Paul fight. So, got to figure out when I'm going to get that in this week. I got my members only chat is Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. And Foul Territory right now is scheduled for Friday night at 9 o'clock p.m., although we are considering changing the time and or day of the week on that, but we'll talk about that later. Nothing.
Okay.
Right now, that's what we're looking at. But Friday nights seem to be kind of a conflict for some people, so
Oh yeah,
it's just matter of figuring out when everybody can be there and when's a good time to do it. But right now, we're still looking at Friday. Nothing's cast in stone yet. But
well,
if you're subscribed to the channel, I'll put something in the community tab if anything changes. So thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being here as always, Gary. Always appreciate you, brother. And go check out Gives Gary in Foul Territory on Friday nights. Right now, anyhow. And so, anyway, yeah, buddy, I appreciate it, and I just want to thank everybody out there that's been on the side chat. Y'all are awesome. Appreciate you being here. I want to thank all the VIPs of the channel for doing what they do. Always appreciating, and there's so much fun getting together with everybody here on a Saturday night and having some fun. I just really look forward to it. So anyway, we're going to leave you all with this, but before we go, remember DM Foss, he'll have a show coming up later, 1 o'clock Central. And so make sure you check that out. And always a fun time over on Foss's channel. And anyway, I want to leave you all with this. Remember, God, family, and country. Make somebody's day better, will you? And if the good Lord's will and the creeks don't rise, we'll be seeing you again. Everybody say good night.